did.
We live, y'all.
Hi.
As
Hi, Boo
always,
Face. Hi, Boo Face. I
missed
missed you.
you. I feel like it's been forever since I synced you, girl.
Because it has been. It's been some weeks. It's wild. Like, kids have like, they got this whole right to think that I should show up for them and do stuff. So I did.
Okay.
What we do? There was a couple of productions we went to, some choir rehearsals. Some babies have been on stage being seen. So mama had to take a back seat while these babies were seen, but they ain't got nothing going on today. It's my turn again.
Yep.
Boom, bitches. Boom. Okay.
Mm, mm.
And you know what? I want to listen. I want to drink some wine with y'all so bad tonight, and I can't because, like, I'm hyped. I'm on straight adrenaline right now.
Okay.
So
Okay. What happened that you want so much damn adrenaline though?
I'm tired. Like, you know, when your body hits that point of exhaustion and the
Okay.
adrenaline kicks in to keep. Yeah, I was supposed to be out of
Okay.
town today for training today and tomorrow,
Hmm.
and they rescheduled it for a couple of weeks. So I ended up changing my whole day around yesterday and getting to a whole bunch of cool shit. Staying up way too
Okay.
late, getting up way too
Okay.
early, and so now I'm like,
Well, you're not drinking wine, but are you eating and drinking your water at least?
I got me some water. I was scarfing some food down before
Okay,
I went
that's
to the
cool. Then
water.
I'll take care of your wine rations. I got you.
Get it.
I got you. I'll
For
drink
both
for
of
you.
us. See, that's the power part of this relationship right there.
See what I'm
You feel
saying?
me?
Get there.
Yeah,
Get you a partner
love
that's
it.
gonna drink your wine for you when you can't.
That. Y'all heard that?
Mhm.
Get you some friends that
Mhm.
ride with you in all
All
the
the way
ways.
through, baby. All the way
Okay.
through. All the way through. What's going on this week though? I know I missed. So what did I miss?
Okay, yeah, so let me pull up the question. First of all, hold on. Y'all tell them who you are. Let me grab this link so I can share it out because you know we're streaming on the new YouTube channel now. This is our
Okay,
first time
cool. Okay, okay,
streaming again
cool.
tonight. Yes.
Yeah, because you've
So
been on quiet.
yeah, you kick it off and I'm gonna chime in.
Me? Oh, I
Yeah, who are
am.
you?
I am Michael of AKA Renaissance Man
Boss man too.
and Boss Man. If you see her socials, you'll see who I am.
That's dope. I am Kiana Barnes on all social media sites, the official Q Barnes, the clairvoyant wanderlust. That's just like it says. Yes, I'm a clairvoyant medium. No, I don't message people asking them to let me give readings. If it happens, it happens. And namaste, love and light, and all that amazingness to you always. My sister Jado. Tell them who you is, baby.
Hey y'all. So I'm J Bay, also known as the Crystal Lady, also known as Jasmine, also known as the Healing One. You know, I think I got like 100 different names at this point.
Hmm.
But I'm the mental health baddie here on the panel. You know what I'm saying? I like to give it to you straight with no chaser, with a little mental health tucked on in there because it's all about wellness, right? So
Hmm.
tonight
Hmm.
I'm putting my disclaimer up. I'm on adrenaline because I'm a little tired tonight. Y'all gonna get what y'all gonna get. Ain't no telling what's gonna come out my mouth. So y'all ready?
I got a question. I have a question. What
Yes.
differentiates that from any other day?
I mean,
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, okay.
there's about
No,
this
it doesn't.
much.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, okay. Oh, it doesn't.
Different.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's about that much. You know
She
what I'm
tried that.
saying?
Did you see
She
her?
tried.
Did you see her
She
picture?
tried.
I can see you. I can see you. Stop it.
That much.
We know
Yeah.
who you are.
Really? Stop
Yeah.
it. Stop playing.
But see, y'all, because I love y'all, y'all get all of me. You know what I'm saying? But the public facing J Bay, I try to have a little bit more tact. A little bit, yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
ready?
Tag? What is that?
I don't know, but
What what
we're going to
what what
stand in
is that?
agreement with whatever it is. Just let it be. Let it be. I don't know.
Tonight, all bets is off. Listen, so about 30 minutes ago, I was on the phone with one of my cool friends, and I started humming to the window, to the walls, and she started tapping the beat on her knees. I said, "That's why I fucking
To
love
the
you." Right?
wall. Hey, yes,
Ski
yes,
ski ski
yes,
ski ski.
yes.
Yes. And she was like, "Jay, you okay? You normally not this
Mhm.
silly." I was like, "Girl, listen,
Mm-hmm.
anybody can get it tonight. The filter's off. I'm gonna say what I want to say because I want to say it." Mm,
Right.
mm. So let
I,
me get in here
I'm gonna
and
join you all.
Oh, you joining us tonight? Well,
Hey, come
me,
on
because she's
through.
drinking water. Wait, I'm
Yeah,
confused. Are you
drink,
drinking the bottle or are you drinking a little bit pour?
This is tequila.
drink something for me.
I
Y'all,
got
We
you.
got you. We told you. That's what we here
look,
for.
and I'm talking about all this drinking, and y'all know I'm a little punk over here because after about 2 shots, I'd be like, okay, I'm ready for a nap. But I still want you to drink something for me tonight. Turn it up, cause yeah,
Notice it's straight.
I see.
That's nasty. But go ahead, finish. Come on, tell me. So what's going
What's
on?
going on?
So I was gonna say I'm gonna jump in here and look at the questions because there was a couple of questions we wanted to circle back from when you guys were out and give you a chance to answer.
Ooh, past tense Jeopardy. Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna put this out here because they told me to say it, and then we're gonna have to circle back to it when Benny's back with us. So yeah, Benny's out of town today, so it's just the three amigos, and he'll be back with us hopefully next week.
Miss you,
But
Benny.
miss you, Benny. But they told me to call him out on his bullshit and tell him, Benny, you got one more motherfucking time to say our stuff look like chitlins. I said, okay, I'm gonna say it.
One more time to say what now?
One more time to say our stuff looks like chitlins. Because he's always talking about the vagina. If it don't, if it's not perfect, right? It look like
I
chitlins
just
and
wanted to make
cheese
sure I
making
heard
stuff.
that ignorant mess the first time. What?
Yeah, Benny be dogging us, man. He ain't right. He ain't right.
He
I don't
only
play.
do that when I'm not on the line. Benny, I'm
Every
gonna address that. I'm gonna address that when Benny back here because I need accountability. We're not doing this tonight. Say that question for next week.
yes. No,
Ain't
I promise.
nobody address it but you and me, and we, the person asked a question because who
I
what
promise I would say it, and then I'm gonna circle back when he come back. Yeah.
say it?
But, mm, but okay, yeah. So I tried to skip over this question last week, and Benny called me out, so we read it. The question was, what's your favorite song to fuck to, and have you ever used the song to break up with somebody?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, go.
So
Yes.
yeah, I owned
Teddy
up to the
Pendergrass.
song.
I don't love you anymore. Yeah. I
Yes,
have.
You
Yeah.
did that?
I did that.
You did that?
I did that.
Okay.
Send a Teddy.
wait,
I did that.
yeah. I
Okay.
used who did I say? I used T.I. and I used Chrisette Michelle.
Which song?
So T.I. used to have this song like years ago, I Can't Be Your Man. So I waited till he got in the car with me because his car was in the shop. So I had to pick him up. So I waited till he got in the car and I started playing that song. And it's basically like, I can't be your man, but it's not you, it's me. Sorry, Shawty, but I can't be your man. And he was like, what the fuck?
Okay, I've never used a song to break up with somebody because I'm just gonna tell you this not working out. I don't need to.
Well, try
Hey,
that.
Well, no. I told him first.
Yeah.
And the music was playing in the background while I was telling him.
Yo, are y'all niggas saying that you guys had a soundtrack to breaking up with somebody?
Yeah.
Because that's what it sounds like y'all said.
Yes.
Yes.
So I said it first, and they try, people will try to back you up off of something like you're
Right.
bullshit. So I was like, okay, I'm telling you, but you're not listening to
Yo,
my words.
no.
Let me give you something else.
Let me time out. Because let me tell you what I'm hearing, and I support it because I'm your cheerleader. But what I'm hearing is this is a meditated breakup along with a soundtrack that was included. It's a whole film. Go ahead and tell me. I'm gonna watch.
Yes. Well, so in the other example, Chrisette Michelle's song, I can't call the name of it because I had to look it up last time. But in the song, she's basically like, so I think I'm over being your girlfriend. I'm leaving. And I was trying to tell the dude, like, this has been real, but he was kind of boring. And I was like, I'm a little bit more adventurous. I like to get out and sightsee and have fun. Like, this ain't working. We're just two different personalities. And he kept trying to backtrack it and okay, since you're not hearing me, let me go on and pull this song up.
Wow.
Sometimes you need
What did you? Wow, really? You had a cosign.
I felt like it was the gentler route. Epiphany. Yes, thank you. Epiphany. That's the name of the song. Somebody just put it in the
By
comments.
Chrisette Michelle Epiphany?
Yes, Epiphany.
Oh my
And it's a
God.
bomb
but
song too.
see, sometimes you have to do that so you don't say what you really want to say. Sometimes when you
Why
try to
don't you just
be,
say what you really want to
That's
say?
what I'm
no.
saying.
You don't just come out and say, "Bitch, I hate you." You don't do that.
Wow. Okay. So wait.
You
So
don't
why
do
did you
that.
wait till you get to
Facts.
like? That's how you felt? Is that how you see what I'm? Okay. Okay. Listen, audience.
Well, no.
Okay.
Okay.
We no. Let me say this. Y'all know that this happens to me because the Capricorn, right, and the Sagittarius, they go to this place. You know what I'm saying? And as the Virgo loving person that I am, I'll just be like, what? Okay, so let me, because what I don't understand is, how are you just now breaking up with a person if you got to a place of I hate you? Like,
Well, but see, what you're assuming is that it took a long time to get there.
Well,
hate is a very dark place. What you mean? Yes. See what I'm saying? Y'all see this, right? They always stay with hate. In my personal opinion, I don't want to sidetrack, but that don't just be like you wake up and like, oh, I hate this person.
Hate and love is one emotion. It's just on a spectrum. It's all passion. So you're either on one end or the other, or you're somewhere in the middle. But it's all just passion. It's all just
and it's a sliding scale.
And you think one day you just wake up on this? Okay, I just don't allow it to be in my heart. But go ahead, finish telling me about you wake up and you don't want to say you hate this person.
Yeah, so you tell them as gently as possible, and they not really trying to hear you. So you got to put on the background to kind of subliminally implant the message to them that they ain't getting.
I want to, as a Virgo, I just want to say that if you have the compassion to think that you don't want to hurt them that bad, then maybe you really don't hate them. Go ahead.
No, you can.
Okay.
It's duality.
Right.
Sure.
I can really.
I didn't say we was right. I said that's what we did. Let's be clear.
I not stand you, like the side of you just irritates me, but I can also not want to just be nasty to you, right? There's a difference in me saying I will kill you if I can get away with it versus I get away from me, but I'm not gonna come out my face to just.
I'll be so concerned when those are the examples that you pull out, like kill you, get away. Like I'll be like, you too. Please don't ever put assault. Like if you ever meet a Capricorn and a Sagittarius and they friends, just buy them a drink. Because this is what I'll be dealing with on a regular basis.
I mean, I'm genuinely a kind person. I'm not nice, but I am.
I'm saying don't piss you off. That's all I'm saying.
Right, I'm kind. I'm not nice.
Yeah.
Fuck being nice.
Well, can I say this? So, I have not broken up with someone by way of song. Well, first of all, let me answer this. I have a couple of songs that I really like to smash to, One of the ones that I think is
that part too.
Huh?
I was gonna say cover that part too. Y'all gotta get some songs.
One of the songs everybody knows. One of the songs is that I really like to smash to is like "Tell Me" by Usher, because it's just first of all, it's really passionate, it's really deep, and it's 8 minutes long, and I don't take that long, right? So I can probably get 2 or 3 in there within that same time. Right. You've heard it.
So
it's the joke. Wait, it's my turn.
I'm sorry.
It's my turn. So now I have not broken up with somebody by like I haven't broken up with them by it. But after the fact, there was a time I got 2 incidences. After I break up with you, though, and you try to pop your shit, I've had 2 incidents. The first one was Beyonce, "You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I can have another you in a minute." Okay, that was the first one. And then I had another one. Y'all know I'm polyamorous because they're going to be like, well, wait a minute. That was a little bit later after she was married. I'm polyamorous. Okay. And so there was another one where Beyonce came back through and she was like, "Sorry, I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry." What a hell no. So I've used songs to reinforce my stance.
Right.
But when I don't want to be,
that's what we said.
No, you use them to break up with them. But
that was our stance. That was a soundtrack to our stance. Fuck you, get away from me. That was the. Am I right?
Yes, nobody's wrong here. I'm simply saying that I said what I said because I used my vocals, and then when there was conversation to be had afterwards, then you get the track, the video. And I just sent the video. Like, here you go.
Okay.
So are we talking about smashing now?
I did that already.
Right.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry.
What's your song, Michael?
Well, if we're being nice and cozy and lovemaking, it would be "Adore" by Prince.
Really?
Okay.
But if I got your ankles by your ears, we playing "When We."
By Tank?
By Tank.
Wait, I didn't know you were a Tank fan because you.
I didn't say I was a Tank fan. I like "When We."
You ain't got to be a fan to like the beat.
Okay.
When I got your ankles, when you got your ankles by your ears, "When We" is banging. Yes.
Ankles by your ears.
Fold your ass up like a lawn chair. What?
Nope. There's that. Okay.
Right. So I wanted to cover all the bases.
It's your
I'm
turn.
with you.
Your turn.
It's your turn. It's
Well,
your
I
turn.
gave some last week, so I like
But I
balance.
didn't hear it. So can you say it again? Just because I might have missed it or whatever. I wasn't here to hear it live.
I'll give y'all something. So I didn't say the songs that I like to get it on to, but I did go through my playlist and share some songs that I like. So let me pull that back up, and I'm gonna give y'all some songs.
Okay, because I want let me hear it because I might have to decide to add them to my playlist.
Now, one of my fave songs is "Sex Room" by Ludacris, and what's that dude's name?
Okay.
Sex Room or Sex Beat?
Sex Room.
Sex Room by Ludacris.
I feel a kind of way because Luda is a fellow Virgo and I don't know that track. I'm Luda.
That song
Luda,
is
I'm
nice.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go look it up tonight, baby. Don't disown me.
It's by Ludacris and Trey Songz.
I love Trey too. Oh,
It's
I'm
got a nice little beat to it.
okay.
And then some other
Sexy.
songs that I like are She by Stokely, from Mint Condition.
Yes.
Like I have loved it. Yes.
Yeah.
Ultimate performer.
Yes.
Love it. Please
Yes.
Be by Cardi B and Bruno Mars.
Yes. Yes.
Unusual by Trey Songz.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't hear it. Say it again.
Unusual by Trey Songz.
Okay.
Leave It Smoking by Tamia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't think I said this one last week, but another song I love is Gangsta by Kalani.
I haven't heard that one.
So if you saw I think the movie Suicide Squad with
Yes.
Will Smith, the part where Margot plays the little crazy chick that used to date the Joker, the Margot.
Yeah. The Harley.
And she's doing the acrobatics inside the
Oh,
cell.
yes.
We just brushed that up, and you said you like that.
Yes.
You did. Yeah. Okay.
I left one song out. I left one song out.
What
song?
Human Touch by Kim.
I've not heard it, but I love Kim. I got to look it up. We got some
Human
comments
Touch.
too. Dave Hollister, Destiny for a breakup song. Okay. And then Flo, Anthony Hamilton for a loving time.
You know what? What's another one from Dave Hollister in the vein of it is Favorite Girl. That's for the dudes. If you got somebody acting crazy and you done broke up with it, Dave Hollister, Favorite Girl. The first line of it is, "What's wrong with your shady ass?" That's the first line of the track. It's amazing.
I gotta look it up.
Yeah.
Now this one I wouldn't necessarily try to get it onto, but I do like Anthony Hamilton made me think of Anthony David. He's another good artist that I like. And then what's the guy that sings the song? Woman. He's playing in my head.
Woman, Raheem Devon.
Yes.
Girl, he's from the DMV. Hi, Raheem. Hi, Boo.
He got some nice beats. He got some nice
yes.
beats. So next question.
Okay.
And this is for you. So we had to circle back to it once you were back. Q.
For me, Kim.
You, Q.
Okay.
Q, can you share some tips for a woman interested in venturing into polyamorous relationships? I'm 15 years divorced and don't see myself ever getting married again, but I want companionship and regular sex with a whole lot of exclamation points. I've heard so much good and bad, I don't know where to start.
Okay. Thank you, sister, for your question. I love that there are people who are more open to understanding what polyamory is about. Let me first start by saying that polyamory, by definition, is not about sex. I don't have any more sex than the monogamous couple. If your intention is sex and companionship, then I would encourage you to look into the swinger lifestyle. Polyamory, by definition, involves your heart. Polyamory means many loves. You good? What's happening?
Yeah, no, my toe got stuck under the ottoman.
All right, then.
So polyamory, by definition, means multiple loves. And I want to emphasize that because I actually have people, I do in my own journey. I am someone who has been polyamorous my entire life, but actively living openly polyamorous since 2020. And on my journey, I've, learned some things. And the main thing is that a lot of people have the misconception that polyamory means sex. It does not. If you are someone who recognizes that you have a higher sex drive and you would like friends, companionship, there is an element of polyamory, but no, I'm sorry, not an element of polyamory. There is an element of of ethical monogamy. Excuse me, let me put this line down, Lord. So when we're talking about polyamory, it falls under the umbrella of ethical non-monogamy, and there are many things within that. Polyamory is one, as is swinging. There are a lot of people of color who are in the swinging lifestyle. And as we are coming to be comfortable more with just expressing this, who we are as individuals, we're able to have these conversations. So if you are someone who is purely interested in, I need a homie lover friend, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get all tied up with my heart. I'm just trying to have a couple of play dates, kind of smash. There are a couple of options that I know off the top of my head. The first would be swinger. The second would be a situation where you're kind of BDSM.
Could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
But polyamory, by definition, means you're going to get in your feelings. The reason I'm polyamory is because my toxic trait is if I don't immediately identify you as a family member, I'm going to try to smash. That's why I have to be polyamorous, because I'm going to just fall in love with you. That's who I am. I can't help myself. I'm a super Virgo. My heart is just wide open. So I have to be polyamorous because I love everybody. It's a complicated situation and God is working on me. So you have to decide for yourself if you are someone who is seeking occasional companionship and physical pleasure without the emotional ties, or are you looking for the emotional ties but with the availability to have emotional ties with somebody else and also keeping yourself as your primary partner? And I'm only saying that because she said she doesn't think she'll get married again, which leads me to believe that you might be open to it in the right situation. So my guidance and advice to you would be to sit and talk with God, creator, universe, and discern for yourself what it is that you want. Exactly what you want. Because you can have anything you want. You can be that bad chick who has multiple partners and you all have a mutual respect and love for each other, but you are your primary partner. You are your primary concern. That usually fits under the swinger umbrella. There is an element of polyamory called solo poly, where your feelings are invested, but you know, it is whatever you guys work out. But the main thing is you have to figure out what it is that you want for yourself and what type of agreement has to happen in relationships. But you need to figure out what it is you want for yourself and what type of agreement you're willing to negotiate with potential partners.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's some good information. So hopefully she gets a chance to watch it.
Yeah.
Because some people leave their email so I can forward them the link, and some people don't. Hers was anonymous. So whoever you are, Miss Lady, hopefully you got all that juiciness. And let me hop on in here and look at the next question. Okay. So we talked about zodiacs a little bit last week, and then the week before we spent, I think, quite a good bit of the episode talking about zodiacs. And the comment that came in for last week was that convo on zodiacs was lit. Show us some Aries, some love. Run it back. Love that.
Hey, boo. It ain't y'all turn though. It's the Pisces season, but okay.
So I'm throwing it out there for you all. Benny and I both shared like our thoughts on the zodiacs we've had, I guess, the best experiences with, whether friends, business, relationship, whatever, just what we thought in general. So I'm gonna run it back per the comment for you guys to put your feedback on it, put your spin on it, boobs.
What do you want to know about the zodiacs?
So we just talked about whatever. So I shared that the more I lean into understanding my fire energy and how to balance it, how to curate it in experiences and be more intentional about who I'm connecting with, right? But also I've paid attention. Now it's not my expertise by any means, but I have been looking into it more for myself, right? Mm-hmm. And as I've paid attention, I've noticed that there are certain signs that I do seem to engage with better, that mesh better with my fire, etc. So we talked about that. You whatever makes sense for you. Who you fucking? Who's your bestie?
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I get that. So with me, I have zero resistance to Virgos and Gemini's better never talk to me.
That's not true.
Well, she's
What
a
they
mix,
do
so
to
that
you?
don't count. I ain't trying to smash her either.
So,
So yeah,
See, for me, it's Aquarius. No.
and some Sagittarius, not all, but some. Listen, some of y'all are fruitier than a box of Fruit
We
Loops.
are dope.
I'm just the ones I've encountered. I didn't say present company.
I can co-sign
I
that
said the ones
Sagittarian
they
men and
weird as fuck. And I ain't with it.
Well, you know they say the Sagittarius men are the toxic ones.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And the females are supposed, like, there's this astrologer dude I listen to sometimes. I'm trying to remember. I think he said Sag guys are the toxic ones. Cancer women are the toxic ones.
Virgo men.
Well, I think he actually said Virgo women, but I can't remember. So I don't know.
From a Virgo. A Virgo man.
I think
love them, but goddamn, you gotta be fortified to do.
I think Taurus men and Libra women are the toxic ones. Like, he went down the whole list. And I was
Yeah,
like,
Libra women, sorry, Ma. Libra women are toxic
Sorry,
as fuck. Libra women are toxic as fuck.
Okay. And we're not, and wait, and let's put this disclaimer out there because we don't want anybody getting in their feelings coming for us. We are saying that without tapping in and coming to alignment, these are traits that just go about. There are a lot of people who have tapped in and who are aligned, and while they recognize they can be, they make a conscious and intentional effort not to be.
Right, it don't work.
Well, and just everybody ain't meant to get along, so they may be a great person, and it just like I've met plenty of people.
That's also true.
Great people.
That's also true.
We just don't mesh.
That's also true.
You know, and I'm a Capricorn, so I'm only going to talk to so many people anyway.
I think that's why most people are bothered, and we talked about that a little bit. I think that's why most people are bothered by Sagittarius. Okay,
what did I miss? Why y'all are right next to what is happening?
Well,
what is
so like
we don't like everybody.
We don't like everybody, and we don't mind telling you that
to your face.
And it's never to be
fine.
It's true. Like
I don't mind telling people that either, but I don't mind telling people that either, but there is such a delivery difference in just
it's called truth. And to borrow from Benny, most people are used to lies. Most people lie and they like being lied to. And we don't filter it. It's truth.
I don't filter, but just no, that's not what I mean. I don't mean filter, but there's just so much Sith behind it.
Would you like me to explain it?
Sure. Go ahead.
You as a Virgo are like, hey, I love you. I love everybody. Right?
Yeah.
Capricorns like, fuck you. Why should I like you? You know what? You actually kind of cool. Okay.
And then what do?
Sagittarius is like, prove your shit to me first. Like, I don't know you. Who you?
So the difference is you show up with the idea that, like Benny said, you're a liar, versus I'm just like, I'm not going to believe you're a liar. I'm going to see the best in you until you fuck me. Okay, got it. Cool, got it.
Good word, right?
Yep. So what y'all missed is optimist, pessimist.
Cool. No. No. You said that. Listen, you said that wrong.
The optimist. Pessimist.
No, listen to me. It's optimist. Fuck all of you. That's what it is.
Right. Because I'm a glass full kind of person. It just don't mean that I have to like you.
Right.
Like, you have to be able to show me why you deserve my attention. And that doesn't mean that I'm better than you, but I like my energy. I like myself. I like my space. So if I'm going to share it with you, you got to show me why you deserve to be here.
So you guys, so are you on the cheerleading squad or not? Because I'm confused. Because I'm not sure what's happening.
We will cheerlead you once we show up. No,
that's not how it works. Cheerleaders cheer whether it's okay.
We will cheer for you when you show us you're a good team. If you suck, fuck you.
Because I'm ride or die. Like, when my friend, my girlfriend and I have a joke. She lives in a different state, and she'll call me sometimes and I'm like, you good? And she'll be like, I'm good. Stand down. Because I'm coming. Do I need my bat? Do I need my gun? Do I need to bring more people with
That's
me?
why I haven't called her. That's why I haven't called
Uh-huh.
her. She's like that.
So if I know that I'm this type of person, if I love you, I love you. Like once you in, I'm loyal to the end. I will walk through fire for you. But if I feel like I can't trust you or you on some bullshit, I will write you off and you don't exist. So before I give my heart to people, I'm like, show me why you deserve my heart. Show me why you deserve my loyalty. And once I see whatever genuineness I'm looking for, I'm good. Hey, we riding. Like that's it.
My sister.
This is why Michael and I relate so well. And we be
Yes,
like,
I've noticed you to do, and I'm fine with, that because but I just like, I show up like, oh, I love you. Let's do this. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I understand that it's an investment that may not work out, but okay. You guys don't come like that. Y'all show
Pause.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just not gonna understand it because y'all are weird to me.
and on top of that, I'm an introvert. Like I know how to extrovert for business. I know how to extrovert and engage, but I am an introvert. And so that also means I like my time with me. I genuinely like myself. So if I'm going to share my time with you, it needs to be valuable to me. It needs to contribute to my well-being in some right, like all this, right?
It's
So
introverts being on public social media forums, but okay.
Right.
What? Y'all are weird. See, this is what I'm saying.
See,
That's what I'm saying. I don't quite. I see both of you, but go ahead.
so
Right.
somebody in the comments said Virgo men are toxic and learned experience.
Yes.
What were you saying about learned experience? But Virgo men are toxic.
Me?
So no, Virgo men are toxic.
Yeah, I said that. And I said I learned that from experience. Are they asking me what did I learn?
I don't know. They made the comment learned experience. So I'm
Okay,
asking them.
well, they said maybe
Yeah,
come.
yeah.
Yeah, Virgo, like, okay, Virgo women. Hey boo, how you doing? Virgo men, listen, I have them in my family, and I've had the experience of having one as a former partner, and it's a no for me. It just is. It's just because there is a and again, this is only for the ones that haven't done the work. Okay, there is a miscomputing that all Virgos have. That's the only way I can describe it, as a miscomputing. And it's a strange thing because they will exhibit Virgo synchronicity and perfection until it comes to the relationship aspect. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to dive in and figure out. But as a Virgo, to have to admit that there is a default in a Virgo programming.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's there with the males, and it's very prominent too. Not saying that it doesn't occur in the women, it does, but it doesn't require as much behavior modification as it does in the men. It just don't. From a Virgo who has dealt with male Virgos.
I think I get what you're saying. But I also think if I parlay that, I think that's why Sagittarians are hard to understand, right? Because and I hear the distinction sometimes when people say, well, are you born in November or December? So I'm like the 13th. I'm right toward the cusp, like Capricorn, right? Right.
We don't even claim December Capricorns. We don't even claim that.
Yo, I dated a December Capricorn once.
We don't claim that.
That's horrible. And I have a lot of Virgo in my chart fighting neck and neck with the Sagittarius energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's wow.
So there's that. Right. There's that. But then on top of that, like I'll use me as an example for tonight. Like I'm hyped tonight, right? I'm running on adrenaline because I didn't have to go out of town last night. So yesterday I ended up doing all kind of random shit, staying up too late, getting up early, having a long day. Now I'm hyped. And that's another reason why I guard my space so intentionally with who I invite into it, because I'm on the phone with my girlfriend earlier and I started singing to the windows, to the walls. And she was like, hey, she chimed right on in. I give that to the wrong person. And they like, what the fuck?
Facts. You gotta be able to receive it.
Right. Everybody doesn't know how to roll with the extremes that Sagittarius can exhibit, because I can be real chill and quiet. I can be a people person. I'm a natural flirt, but I can also be very reserved. Like there's so many extremes and so much duality in that fire energy that a lot of people just don't know how to engage with it from a place of authenticity. So for me,
Right.
it's like, before I give you all of this and I let you have all of this, now here on the podcast, that's different. Or when I'm on social media or I'm turned on for business, yeah, mask is
You
on,
mean
baby.
in a
Let's
more
go.
intimate setting? You mean in a more intimate
Right.
space?
But in those intimate spaces, if I'm gonna call you friends or partner or man or whatever, then you have to really show me why you should get all of this with vulnerability and no mask.
So what I'm really hearing is that the major difference is, since we're talking about zodiacs, right? I think the major difference between you all and as speaking for myself as a Virgo is the pre-qualification period and the requirements. That's really all it is. You guys put people on a longer, what's that term? I'm an entrepreneur, so I can't even, what's it called when they got probationary period?
Yes.
You guys put people on a longer probationary period before you invest. Whereas Virgos, if we show up in your life and once we decide that we're invested, we cheerlead because we don't know how to do nothing else. So it's just really a matter of which one of these things works best for you. It makes you feel safe and comfortable.
Yes.
That is not to say, that's not to say that if at any point in time we realize that it was a bad investment, we won't all turn into fire and burn shit down.
And dismiss you.
Knock all this shit over.
Because the common denominator is, like you said, you can act like that Virgo. I've always said this. That Virgo control alt delete is hardwired. I promise you, I can be in love with you on Monday, and I did not know your name on Tuesday.
Yup. Boom.
Boom.
We got a comment. Caps are like that too. We are like that until you flip the switch. Until you flip the switch. And I dated a Virgo man, and he was a narcissist through and through. Cannot be upfront and honest. Cannot be upfront and honest.
I told you, girl, it's a defect. I'm so sorry that you had that experience. All Virgos are not like that. Get you a Virgo sister that can walk you through. And the next time you come into, in contact with a Virgo man, you need to just ask him if he's in alignment. Just ask him that. Are you in alignment? If he go, abort mission, because he's going to attempt to Virgo charm you and all of that stuff. And you just abort mission. Are you in alignment? And if he don't know the answer, just don't look at his eyes. Don't let him Medusa you. Just
all right then. Let me pull up this other question. Okay. So I think we were supposed to run this one back for you too, because I don't think y'all were here when we covered this question.
Okay.
Hey y'all, I've been married 18 years and been watching y'all with my old lady. I fuck some of what y'all been I fuck with some of what you've been talking about. We both got a question. What y'all think about threesomes? I want one, but I guess my old lady said hell no. So I'm gonna kick that to you. I said no. I'm not a fan
you
of
go
them.
first.
But
I'm gonna get some wine while he starts. Ethics.
Well, if she don't want it, it ain't gonna happen. Not with her, anyway.
Whoa, that's not the right answer.
Hold on, you did.
Okay.
If she don't want to do it, the answer is no for her. Now, you may have to ethically find some other participants.
Ethically, emphasis is on ethically.
Find some other participants and skeet on and do what you do.
Did he? Yep. Okay.
Okay,
I was with your mom when you said that.
That's where I'm at. I'm not saying now if that is a deal breaker for your relationship, that's something that you need to sit down and meditate on and see if that experience is worth it to you.
Ooh, I'm gonna come to you from the wife's point of view when it's my turn.
Okay, so it depends on how you structure your relationship from the beginning. If y'all are strictly monogamous, that's a hard sell, bro.
No, it's not, because agreements are open to modifications. I've
Understood.
done this.
I said if she's strictly words mean.
I'm gonna wait my turn.
Words mean stuff.
I'm gonna wait till my go.
If she's strictly monogamous and expects you to be as well, that's a hard sell.
Word.
I'm done.
Well, and I'm gonna throw this in there. So neither one of us were sure, because I just grabbed the questions when they submit them on the form, and most of them are anonymous. So I don't know if it was a man saying he was with his old lady, or if it was a woman or whatever.
It doesn't matter.
So
it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. At the end of the day, when you're talking about ethical non-monogamy, the thing that has to stand is agreement, right? One relationship is not greater than another, and one relationship is not worth sacrificing for another. If you think that, you're selfish ass. You see what I'm saying? So we're talking about someone who I'm going to just assume is a traditional minded individual. And when he married this woman, he had all the monogamous mindset. I'm just going to be with this lady. But the reason why I am someone who understands and agrees with polyamory is because I'm a human being. And like I said, I recognize that there are times through life where you catch that vibe. Polyamory allows you to ethically explore that vibe within parameters and agreements or whatever, right? Those are things for them to work out. But at the end of the day, if his or her, whoever wrote this letter, right? If your partner, old lady, young lady, I don't care about that. If your partner or partners, because this applies to relationships that are monogamous and relationships that are polyamorous. Because let me say this, he and I may be polyamorous. That don't mean I can just go start a whole nother relationship, go start smash and he not be aware of it. Because I promise, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got feelings. If that's what's going on, you know what I'm saying? When I had other relationships, I couldn't just, at one point in time, I'm just going to put it out there. At one point in time, I had a husband, someone who was like a wife to me, and 2 boyfriends, right? And I could not start either of those other relationships without the consent and support of the relationships that preceded. You see what I'm saying? Because to be in relation is to relate to someone, and I have to consider everybody that I'm connecting to's emotions, right? So this is someone who is your wife, your spouse. They have precedence with you. So what you are experiencing are natural human emotions for if anybody wants to dig real with themselves, we've all passed by somebody and been like, oh, that's nice. Even if it was for a split moment, you may not want to pursue it, but you felt that.
Deaf, dumb, and blind because they're in a relationship. So,
huh?
I said, ain't nobody deaf, dumb, and blind because they're in a relationship. We still
exactly. So that's the thing. So and if you're someone who's open to polyamory, then you recognize that I might be fortunate enough to have more than one love at the same time. It's a beautiful thing when done ethically and done properly and done with people that do the work and education to understand it. So again, this sounds like someone who is saying he wants a threesome, right? So we're not talking about polyamory. We are talking about one of 2 things. If you're just looking for a threesome and you don't want your wife to know about it, I will encourage you to find 2 sex workers that's down, right? Because that's the answer to that question. If you are talking about being able to maintain your current relationship, then you first need to sit down and see if there can be a modification of that relationship, if your partner is willing to agree to it. If she is not, and you're going to do this ethically, and that's the only thing I support, because otherwise you trash, don't talk to me, right? If you're going to do this ethically, then you need to make decisions for yourself. Is it worth me losing this relationship, or am I going to take the consequences that come with wanting to modify my relationship and choose me? Either one of those is fine, right? Either one of those situations is fine. But you do not have the right to take away choices from your partner. If they say no, you can't just go do it anyway, because that's trash, right? And it's selfish. So you have to decipher again what you just said, threesome. To me, that's just sex. That's not wanting a relationship. That's not wanting a connection. That doesn't even sound like you want a playmate. Now, if we're talking about something on a long term, I like to have a playmate, but I don't want to get my feelings involved. My main partner's not down with it. Again, you got the swinger. Okay, because we're talking about ethical non-monogamy, right? You've got the swinger aspect there where he can go get his fun. There's threesomes, foursomes, quadrusomes, all those things that can happen. And you might not even know your partner's name, or maybe you will, right? If he or she feels like she needs that. And then there's also the option of BDSM, where you have one person that is, or however it works out, you have agreements with people who give you whatever it is that you're seeking, that you feel like you need. But where this starts is with a partner, and the only way that this can be done ethically, since I'm aware that there is a partner, is you either have consent from that partner, in which case, no, you either have consent from that partner, which means I'm going to support you, or you do not, in which case you need to make a decision if you're going to dissolve that situation or you're just going to resign yourself to being happy. Because please don't be unethical, because that is frowned upon in every, I don't care if you are polyamorous, BDSM, swinger, unethical, non-monogamy is something that ain't gonna get you very far, because it's gonna come out and it ruins. Don't do that. That's my answer.
Information.
Well, they asked for.
I hope they use it. I hope they use it.
Did I say anything wrong?
No.
All right.
I think you did. But I'll be honest, because I have this conversation a lot with clients through the years, and most people are not giving a damn about what half of what you just said. They just want to fuck something, right?
Yeah,
So,
no, I mean, you can do that, but that's not polyamory.
That.
That's swinger. And even if you just want to fuck something, you need to be considerate, lest you be a selfish bastard of your partner's feelings.
Well, and
I'm just way too honest, and I don't have the cognitive dissonance.
Right, but that's the maturity level that we expect, which is one of the whole reasons that I have these conversations and brought this podcast back. That's the maturity level that we should be able to expect as adults. That is not the maturity level that a lot of adults choose to operate.
And let me say that if you don't have that maturity level, then stop playing.
Girl, stop.
Because in order, for real, because here's the thing, adults should have, and let me say this, to know thyself, be true, right? And also to know thyself is to be very, very aware of what you have connected yourself to. If you have connected yourself to someone who is emotionally immature, it's your responsibility to be aware of that and to care for that, because you agreed to be in agreement with this relationship.
Very true. But
okay, because relationships are agreements. They are agreements.
I agree with you, but girl, stop. Because again, we have to acknowledge, because I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, right? We have
of course you do with your fine self.
We have to understand not everybody's willing to have that type of intimacy emotionally, mentally, or spiritually. Not everybody's willing to operate in that emotional capacity or emotional intelligence that it takes, right? And not everybody's willing to even operate in that basic level of accountability. So what I said when we answered the question originally was, I'm not a fan of them. I've never had one, so I can only speak from the outside. But I've had clients through the years that have had to work through shit after having one, right? And what I saw most of the time, we're not talking about monogamy or polyamory or anything like that. We're talking about non-monogamy, rather. We're talking about a monogamous relationship where two people said, we want to bring in a third party just to have a little wild time and a little wild fun. And what I saw most of the time after that happened, the asses ended up with me or somebody else in fucking therapy, because now somebody else liked the dick or the pussy a little bit more than they thought they would, and they want to bring that person back, and the other person doesn't want them to come back. They thought it was going to be a one-off thing. Now you realize you want to be out there and play the field instead of being monogamous, so you don't want to be married anymore or committed anymore. Now the other person has their feelings hurt, or now you want to turn it into a throuple, which I guess is part of polyamory, right? So now you want to bring the third person in, and if not them, maybe somebody else, or you just want to start swinging and get into all these other things when your partner came into this with you thinking it was just going to be me and you for the rest of our lives. And that's why I said most people are not getting that deep with it to think about it beforehand. They're just looking at it and being like, oh, it's one of my fantasies. Let's check it off the bucket list. And then when you do it, now you got all these consequences. The people just weren't ready for, you know what I'm saying? So my thought is, I genuinely feel like this, if you're not ready to have the conversation of what does this look like on the other side of this? And if it looks different than we think, are we willing to keep this conversation going to change the dynamic of this relationship? If you're not willing to have that conversation, you shouldn't be having a threesome. That's how I feel.
And not only that, okay, let me be very clear. A threesome is an event, right? If we are talking about people who just want to have a threesome, I will encourage you to hire a sex worker on whichever vacation you were at to live out this escapade. Because the threesome with whatever sex worker you hire to live out this escapade is not going to in any way endanger your marriage or bring up your insecurities within said relationship.
Right.
Because at a fundamental level, what you were talking about are the insecurities that arise from bringing someone else, another energy into your relationship. And what we are talking about are things that can only be handled at a self level, right? Because the reason all these problems come up is because there is now this emotion of competition, of jealousy, of whatever. Because people start thinking, oh, the dick is better, oh, the pussy is better. And why is that a measuring tool? You know, why is how much I feel for a person compared to you? Why are these comparisons even happening if at the fundamental level I'm committed to our connection and making it be the best thing it can be?
So let me jump in there.
So if they're not ready, so if they're not ready to dive into those issues, leave it alone. Go on vacation with your significant main boo. Pay them dollars to whoever it is that's flipping the card on the corner that's going to give you a good time for a couple of hours, and leave it be. Because someone who thinks like that shouldn't even be in BDSM, shouldn't even, because listen to me, I don't give a damn how good your pussy is. I don't care how good your dick is. I promise you, it's somebody that can rise up to the challenge and rock that thing better. That's just the nature of life. Get over yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if all of your emotion and all of your crown is down here, you got problems, my nigga, and you don't even want to confront the insecurities that are going to be placed at your feet when you step into this pool. Because in order to be BDSM, polyamorous, swinger, you got to be so sure in who you are. It requires another level of, I'm that shit and I ain't in no competition with nobody but me. And I'm not saying that monogamous people don't feel that way about themselves. Monogamous people can also be like, I'm not shit, I'm in nobody competition with me. Guess what? Because that's how he feel, that's how she feel too. You see what I'm saying?
So let me jump in there. I'm gonna read this comment and then I'm gonna respond. Your relationship should be built off of deeper staples than good sex anyway. If God sex, but I'm assuming you meant to say good sex. If good sex can end it, then you probably shouldn't be in it anyway. So that's a perfect segue to what I'm about to say. So let me throw this down here, because I've had this experience with some clients. There was a couple. Well, let me preface it by saying this. I think that you're oversimplifying it. And the reason I say that, both you and the comment, and the reason I say that is because you're coming from the assumption that, well, if you want this, and maybe I'm misunderstanding what you're saying.
Okay.
The way I'm perceiving is you're coming from the assumption that, well, if they're not on vacation and it's not a one-time thing, then you want to dive into this pool. I agree, but I also understand from my perspective and different experiences that I've seen people have, there are some connections with people on a soul level that, yes, can pop off with that one intimate moment. And it has nothing to do with, I don't love my person, I don't want to be faithful to them, it's not good, I think you're better. None of that. But I think there are certain people walking this earth that, should you encounter them, your souls are so intricately woven together that, yes, that one sexual encounter will make you leave everything and burn shit down, right? So, and I had a couple that had that experience. And they came to me because the woman was the one that was conflicted. The man wanted the threesome. She agreed to it. They had been married, I think, like 9 or 10 years, right? According to them, neither one had strayed out, but they wanted to spice it up a little bit, have a little fun. Well, she had that soulmate, twin flame, whatever you want to call experience, and wanted to change the dynamic. I don't know if I want to be with you. I don't know if I want to explore this with him. Are you interested in me bringing him in? Like, it brought up a whole lot of shit for them, right? And it wasn't simply because the dick was good. Now, that was part of what she was saying, but there was also this intensity that
it was a twin flame connection.
Well, that's why I said twin flame. So, man, whatever you believe in, everybody believes
Twin
something different,
flame.
right?
It was a twin flame. I'm hearing it was a twin flame connection. Okay.
Right. So that being said, that's why I start off with the premise of, if you're not willing to whatever a person may be or may not be interested in, polyamory, swinging, whatever, if you're not willing to at least entertain those conversations, if you're wanting to have a threesome, I don't think that those people are prepared to have a threesome. Because
that's
whether
true.
it's on vacation or whether it's a one-time thing at home or whatever, you don't know what you're opening up. And we all walk around with insecurities every single day. It's not about the sex. It's about whatever was already happening here. And now this event or this experience has brought it up to the surface. So if we're not willing, and again, I started off by saying most people are not operating intentionally at that level of emotional intelligence or accountability. They don't want to. So a lot of times people go into this and then that doesn't open up this can of fucking worms and they're not ready to deal with it.
Right. So, but at least the reason why I said, okay, I was very intentional in saying, if this is something y'all want to do, because there are so many couples that they're going through a slump and they think that stupid thing. It is a stupid thought process for any couple that is thinking to bring a third in is going to spice your shit up. That is the worst thing ever. But for those who don't adhere to my advice, whatever tropical or whatever location that serves your needs that you think, because a lot of couples go on vacation and they think, hire a sex worker, because that sex worker ain't interested in you past whatever you're going to pay him or her, right? That's why I said that. I was very intentional in that, because if you go beyond sex work, you now have to consider that the person you are engaging is one of two things. If it's not just a swinger thing where a lot of times emotions are not involved, that person may or may not care the other person. Because there are a lot of swinger dynamics where they don't give a damn what's going on with y'all. I'm just here for a good time. But there are some swinger dynamics where there's a connection, right? That happens. And then you got your BDSM. But if you're not willing to deal with the fact that, and I'm talking about the couple, if you're not ready to deal with the fact that one or the other may really enjoy themselves, then just don't do it. Because we're human and we are entitled to every emotion that comes through, and we're entitled to deal with it. And if you as a couple, because we're only talking about ethical, right? That means as a couple, you agree to do this. The fine print, y'all know how y'all sign contracts and there's always a fine print, little shit down here. The fine print that is not said out loud, but it comes just as an endowment of the agreement is humans are humans. And if you are stepping into this, then you are by virtue agreeing to allow this person to be human and feel what they feel. You are an idiot if you think that you can engage in this lifestyle and expect a person not to naturally feel, even if they think they can control it. So I stand in my space of, if you want to be able to control the outcome of your relationship, whatever tropical or exotic vacation that you can hire a sex worker, that is your safe bet to maintain your relationship. Once you start playing in these other places, because you could be a swinger. Listen, I know swingers that have ended up being polyamorous because they caught that vibe.
Yeah, it's cool. There's a lot of crossover.
And I swear, if we as humans could control who we fall in love with, it wouldn't be so many niggas in jail. So let's acknowledge that you don't control that. You don't control which vagina is going to feel better than this penis in this asshole or the mouth. You don't control none of that. You cannot control that. What's the movie? What'd you say? Indecent Exposure?
No,
Indecent Proposal. Watch that. I ain't never seen it, but just the premise of it, I know, right? So before people go playing these games where they're pretending to be ethical, because to be ethically non-monogamous means to accept that this person is a human and I have no control over what they may feel, and I have to always be open to reevaluation and remodification of whatever agreement I have with them. Within reason. That's all that means.
So if
you're not ready to have these confrontations and conversations with the full understanding that yes, my agreement may change because I can't control that person's feelings.
And keeping your ego in check.
Just don't do it. If your bottom line is I just want a threesome, I just want a good time with my boo, there's sex workers for that. Because even in the
makes so much sense. I'm pulling it back because we're out of time, y'all. Somebody said
Okay.
this makes so much sense. Come back into the comments and tell us what you were talking about with that. What made so much sense? And y'all keep this conversation going, because I think we hit on something tonight, right? This
We definitely
obviously is
did.
something. This is obviously something that's important to people. They were feeling it in the comments. Somebody sent the question in. You know what I'm saying? So let's circle this back and talk about this maybe a little bit more next episode. And I'm gonna put this out here so that we'll remember. Let's also look at how you navigate that when, hey, you got married or committed intending for it to look that way and stay that way. And then
I
somebody
actually walked
changed.
that journey, so I'm the perfect
Right.
one to talk to.
Exactly. So I'm putting it here so we can bookmark it and remember. Y'all call us on it if we forget to bring it up next week. But let's dive
Right.
into that too, because that's a very real part of that experience. Whether you started out monogamous, whether you started out open or whatever, what happens and
Mhm.
how do you navigate it when one person changes what they want and what they need, and now you're figuring out the whole different, dynamic or scenario. But before
Okay.
we wrap it up,
The last
anything else
word.
I want to throw out there? Last call.
All right. Well, just with any of these relationships, like Key was saying, it's about agreements and check your ego at the door. That's it.
Word. Well, my last statement is going to lead into next week. First of all, thank all of y'all for watching. We appreciate the support.
Yes,
Let me
we
say
do.
that
Thank you.
we definitely do. Follow us on all the social medias. Jay will put that in the link or whatever. But leading into next week, again, this is all about agreements. And I am someone who lived and transitioned from monogamy to ethical non-monogamy. And my life did change dramatically. But one thing that I understood, again, leading in next week, one thing I understood is that when I decided that I wanted to request that modification, I had to be fully prepared for whatever was going to come with it, because people have feelings, and there's an accountability that comes with all of this. You got to be willing to be accountable and to be a grown up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said in the comments, I'm very good at separating sex from love feelings. I will never catch feelings when I don't want to. Well, baby, you a beast at it, because I don't know too many people with that kind of
Boo,
stuff.
we need to talk to you because let me tell you what you're doing right now. Oh, it's called, and I'm gonna say this in the most lovingest way. Oh, you gotta stop lying to yourself, because you don't control that. You don't control that. I swear, everything I do, you don't control that. You think you do because someone hurt you and you took that stance. Oh, baby, I promise you don't control that. You don't control that. But it's okay. Just start there with accepting that you don't control that. Because if you control that, you wouldn't feel like that. Because love is a wonderful thing. Why wouldn't you want to feel it? You will want to catch feelings. So the fact that you're saying you don't catch it if you don't want to means that something happened. It's all right. This is a healing space. Because I've been there, girl. I've been there. Listen to me. When I was living in LA, I wasn't nobody girl, but I was everybody girl.
Did you have a moment there, Q? Did you have a moment, baby? It's okay. Bring it back.
I just understand. I understand.
And on that note, we gonna go and wrap it up. Y'all, thank you so much. Like you said, thank you for tuning in. Thank y'all for y'all's willingness to chime into the comments. Thank y'all for supporting as we are moving from one platform to another, and all the kinks and all the things and all the, everything. Y'all staying rocking with us. I just love all y'all. I love you, Q and Michael.
I love you too.
Thank y'all for being vulnerable and doing this with me, because I know it's not hard being in the hot seat like we are, but I know these conversations make a difference, not only for us, but every single person that gets to hear them. And so on that note, y'all keep the comments going. The video's gonna stay up. Catch the replay if you're just now joining in, because I can see different people coming in and on.
Thank y'all for supporting. We love y'all.
So I'm glad they found us. Y'all, it's been challenging the past few weeks with moving over. So thank y'all for being diligent and tenacious to find us. Keep those comments going. You said love is wonderful. I like to be in it. Glad to hear it. Keep the comments going. Tell us what you want to hear us talk about. I'll drop the link to the forum somewhere here on the video information, and send us your questions and your thoughts and your clap backs. Okay. With that, we are out for this evening. I love y'all.
I love you, Lou.
All right, Jay. See you next time.
Are you doing the Miss America wave? That's so perfect. That's so perfect. So perfect.